Okay, it's been a while since I've made a video, so I wanted to show my new to me transceiver. I recently picked up an FTDX 5000 MP Limited, and so this is just it's an amazing radio. I first saw one of these at a radio club auction this past fall, and it was boxed up for sales. It was a private sale from a widow of a silent key, and it was the talk of the auction. It was just a beautiful radio, and so I didn't bid on it then, and I regretted it since. And so since after recently selling three other transceivers, I happened to see this one for sale used through Ham Radio Outlet in Virginia, and so I called them up and asked them the condition and some more questions, and I worked out a deal with them, and so now this is my new radio, and it's just fantastic. It has dual receivers. Obviously doesn't have a waterfall, but the filtering options and the roofing filters, it works just fantastically well. It does have an issue, and the issue is a common one with the FTDX 5000, and that's these OLED displays here. You can see they're very dim. I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but they are. I have them on dim, a dim setting right now, but there's the center one in particular has started going dimmer than the others on its own. And this was an unfortunate issue with the FTDX 5000 with these three OLED displays. They're like a bioluminescent display, and they unfortunately they prematurely fail. And so they can be replaced. There was a shortage on them for a while, but Yaesu has them in stock now. They can be replaced, and so it doesn't require soldering even. It's just a plug-in replacement. It's not necessarily an easy replacement because this whole front panel has to hinge down and come off, and then there's a bunch of other covers. When I go ahead and do it, I'll try to make a video about it. There is a pretty great tutorial video on it already. When I do my repair, I'll link to that video, because that's obviously the instructions that I'm going to be using. So anyway, this is the radio I plan to use for a lot of contesting and DX chasing, and that will allow me to use the FTDX 10 for the occasional portable operations, such as like field day and things like that. I don't plan to take it out of the shack very often, but it'll be there. And so I have the DX10 set up for digital use right now, and right now the DX10 can run to my 40 meter delta loop or the end-fed random wire antenna, or which this transceiver can also use. And then this one has the option of using my other antennas. This has 4 antenna ports on it and a receive antenna port, which is just fantastic. And so I'll maybe go through and let you listen to it a little bit, and then I hope to do another video on some of the operation and just the use of this transceiver. And it's been a lot of fun. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll cut in a little bit of video of it in operation. Okay, here is a closer view of those 3 OLED displays, and you can see right now they're on a dimmer setting, but I'll crank up the brightness here. But you can see this one, this is VFO B. Well, this is the second receiver, and this still has looks like it's doing just fine. This one over here is a little bit dim, slightly, but this center one, which actually gets used a lot because this is where the audio peak filtering is, the notch, DNR. So a lot of the filtering options are right here, the width and the shift. So anyway, here's the full brightness. So you can see it. The center one is more dim. Now I could, you might say, why don't you just run it brighter? Well, unfortunately, that will actually wear down these OLED displays even quicker, and so I have them. The brightness turned quite a bit down, and so I hope to go ahead and replace all three of these at the same time, and that should give me quite a few hours again. From what I've read, I think you get around 30,000 hours on these OLED displays, and I don't know if that is 30,000 hours on the replacements on full brightness, or maybe it's on a dimmer setting. You get that many hours. But anyway, that's what we have on the OLED displays. And you can see, I will turn this up. You can see all the options here. I can turn all this off. But DNR, that's digital noise reduction. And we have for CW, you have audio. Well, this would be the contour filtering. If you were in CW mode, you'd have the APF audio peak filter, which actually peaks up right at the CW frequency that you're trying to receive. Notch filtering. So it shows you where the notch is up there. You have shift. I have shift and width. So and then there's VRF, which is I'm not sure what that stands for. I think it's variable RF front end filtering. So you can hear the little relays clicking. Maybe you can hear them. This really helps with strong adjacent signals or interference. Really does help filter that out. All right, and then this is for VFOB, the same filtering options, and DNR, and then this is the second receiver, VFO. All right, and I'll move on to the rest of the front panel.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Zulu Charlie for parts from the air at Kilo 1821, Cricketsport State Park in West Virginia, CQ. CQ, this is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Zulu Charlie for parts on the air at our Kilo 1821, Cricketsport State Park in West Virginia, CQ. Kilo Charlie 5 Hotel, you're 5858 in the Park Kilo 1821 to yourself. Ready.
The parks on the air station that just got on the air.
Roger, the 3791 and the 9161. Have a good activation out there.
Hopefully you can hear them.
73, this is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec is Zulu Charlie for parks on the air. We're good.
Yeah, so up here at the top, you see the various controls for AGC control, roofing filter, IPO or preamp, attenuation. You have your choice of antennas inputs, or you can go with receive antenna. And if you switch over to VFOB, then you're actually using all these controls on VFOB down here. So this the FT DX5000MP, mine is a limited, which means it does not come with the spectrum scope, the separate spectrum scope that would sit up top here with the speakers. And the scope I'm fine without. Apparently the speakers worked very well, but this being limited didn't have that. What it does have, being a 5000MP, is 200 watts output which is great. And it also has the comes with remote, which I already have one for the FTDX10, but it came with that. And also the 300 hertz roofing filter comes standard in these, in the 5000 MPs. So I think that's about everything that comes standard on this. And yeah, so this is the radio. This is the function of the radio. The band controls are up here. You can change to the different bands, or you can direct enter general coverage. You can select modes here. Spot function, keyer functions up here. You can change frequencies in large increments here. There's noise blanker, which I don't really need here where I'm at. Great big VFO knob, very smooth action. Let's see. Yeah, you have your AF gain, RF gain for VFO A and B. Now, if I wanted to, if I plug in my headphones, what I could do with this transceiver, one of the reasons I was interested in this radio, is that I can set, I can be receiving on both VFOs at the same time, right? So it's dual receive. Not only that, but I can have, with my headphones in, I can be listening in one ear on VFO A and the other ear on VFO B. And if I wanted to, I could have them obviously in different bands or different frequencies in the same band if I chose to. Or I could even be listening to them on the same frequency, both VFOs in the same frequency on different antennas. And so thought that was a pretty neat function to play around with. Let's see. Dim, Vox, Box settings are over here. Processor, monitor, tune for the internal tuner, and that's pretty much it. And the back of the radio I can't show because I already have it all hooked up. But this is the radio, and I plan to have a lot of fun with this. And there have been several radios that I said I don't ever want to get rid of, and right now where I'm at is I don't ever plan to part with this one. So we'll see. I seem to get antsy, and I don't know. Maybe I have trouble sticking with the same thing, and I like changing it up. But I'm looking forward to playing around with this and some contesting and see how it does. You know, and fixing the OLEDs, and just having a lot of fun with it. Anyway, that's the function, and maybe I'll tune around a little bit. There's Wild Systems Net. It has band stacking, so if I want to go to 10 meters, turn that down. I want to go to 10 meters. Right now I was most recently on sideband section of 10, but if I want to go to CW, I have 3 band stacks. I think they call them registers. So if I press the same band button again, it puts me into a different register. Again, it puts me into a different register, and it remembers all the settings. It remembers all my filtering for that register. It remembers what antenna I was using, all of it. So it's just really nice. I don't know what else there is to show you. Maybe I'll try to do a little bit of videos when I'm using this in more of a contest setting, if anyone's interested in even seeing that. And of course when I do the repair. But that's about it. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.